and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. Don't forget you can get an extra 10% off by using the code AFTV10. Gear like this, right? And much more, right? So make sure you check it out, man. Some great outfits and different gear supplied by Boohoo Man. Big up to Boohoo Man.
Big up Boohoo
Big up
Man.
to Yardi. Big up to Ty.
Big up
Once
to you, Rob.
again, you find us here on a Monday in a very good mood because Arsenal are now 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League. We played a game more than Manchester City, but 8 points clear. An emphatic 4-1 win over Crystal Palace yesterday. And what can I say? It's a great performance, Yardi.
Great. Like I was saying to you just before we start, this is our third Premier League game in a row where we have literally like dominated the games. Like and I feel like the fear factor is back. Because I feel like we lost it, you know. I feel like that happened over the years. You know? Teams didn't respect Arsenal no more. Teams would come play Arsenal and be like, yeah, we're definitely going to get a point. We definitely can beat them.
They'll crumble.
I think now, they will crumble. But I think now what we're seeing is there's a lot more respect for this Arsenal team. It's being shown, and that's why we are dominating these games because teams are scared to play us in certain way. They know if they come at us, they're going to get opened up, and it works into our hand. That game from start to finish, I don't know, but I feel like if I'm not saying Jesus should have started, because we already said that he has to fight back for his position, because Trossard is not doing anything wrong. But I do feel if Jesus started that game, that first half, he would have definitely got at least 2 goals. Because I was looking like this game is suited for him, how he plays in the first half. You know what I mean? But beautiful to see.
Fantastic.
4 goals at home. Martinelli started it.
Gabriel,
the Starboy Saka. You know what I mean? Granit. You know what? Funny enough, I was even probably more happy after Granit scored.
He played really well.
Yeah, and I feel this season.
2 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and I feel also when
celebration
for his daughter. You understand? And people were mocking. Yeah, for his daughter.
What are they mocking him for? What's wrong with that celebration?
Because they're thinking he's doing it at the fans. Him and his daughter was doing it. They did it in the sporting game, and they did it again.
You can see him looking up to the, because anybody who knows the Emirates, he'll be looking up right in the corner. There's where all the families are.
Yeah, man.
That's where they got the boxes.
But what is that? The reason why I bring up Granit name is because I turn Ty and I call him by first name. It's because we have to really look at this as Xhaka as this is a big transformation. This transformation bigger than Rob Holding here. Like, it's crazy. No, we have to talk about that, you know. But no, seriously, let's be real.
Rob Holding went from no hair to wearing an Alice band.
You know what I mean? So, it's crazy, but no.
Big up, bro.
Xhaka, a player that, like, people packing his bags, getting him out of the club to where he is now and how he plays. And I feel like because of how well our team is playing in general in the midfield with Odegaard and Partey, Xhaka is sometimes he don't get that mention because of what we're seeing elsewhere. But he's been having a phenomenal season, man. And I'm happy for him to come and score again. And once
again, another question answered by Arsenal. They got knocked out of the Europa League. How's it going to affect them? Are they going to be able to bounce back? Will they crumble at the weekend against Crystal Palace? Question answered again. We've answered every question thrown at us when we lost to Man City. What's going to happen now? Blah, blah, blah. 6 on the bounce.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Every time, when we lost to City before in the FA Cup, went on a run. You know what I mean? After the World Cup, how are they going to come back? Jesus is out. What's going to happen? Went on a run. You know what I mean? This team this season have been absolutely incredible and have been answering all the questions. And Bukayo Saka again, he's now got 10 assists and 10 goals.
The first person to get to that.
Double figures in this season. He's got more than 10 goals. He's got 12 goals. I think he's got 12.
But double figures for goals and assists.
This season, the first player.
First person in the Premier League to be at that. And we may not have a Haaland who, by the way, another hat-trick by him. He's an incredible player. But at Arsenal, the difference is we share the goals around. Absolutely. I mean, our goal difference is only two different to Man City's. But at Arsenal, the goals are shared around. Martinelli now is in double figures. I think Odegaard's in double figures, isn't he?
10.
And also Saka.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
We got
Xhaka's chipping in with them.
We
You know what I
got
mean?
three in the top 10.
Martin as well.
Yeah.
3 in the top 10, I think. So
It just shows you what a team effort it has been so far this season from Arsenal.
It's been absolutely incredible. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for Gabriel, you know, after
Which
the
one?
unfortunate Gabriel M. After the unfortunate,
you have to be clear now, you know what I mean? Like,
unfortunately had the penalty save. And listen, I don't know what it is, but I think not only are they doing it, these young men are channeling their inner songs, you know, because it was Reece last time when he was saying, please God, let me have one moment. Let me have one moment. You know, like one moment time. And then Gabriel is in an interview and saying that we are a family. You know what I mean? He's channeling his inner sister Sled. So boy, I don't know what these men are doing, boy.
Hey, you know what I want to do is like it's Martinelli and Saka, yeah?
Yeah, they're incredible.
Because they both, I think 13 goals. One behind Rashford, who is having the season of his life.
Six
but
and
nobody
six,
talks about Martinelli. Yes,
no, that's right. Nobody does it.
Because if he played for Barcelona, Real Madrid, everybody will say this is the next Neymar, this is the next this,
Yes,
this is the next that. But it's cool. We like this. Don't do that. Only 21. Saka only 21. They have not. I don't even feel like they have actually even, like as you saying, challenge. They didn't even challenge. They're in a beast.
No, they haven't. They haven't. Which is it's more. There's more.
They're nowhere near their peak yet, and you know, the two of them combined cost about £6 million.
Can you imagine?
It's crazy, isn't it?
But I've got
a man pay 60 million.
£6 million,
60
and
million
it cost 88 million. Right, the two of them together cost about £6 million. It's, I mean,
it's unbelievable.
It's absolutely incredible. One through the academy, of course. One of them, of course, bought in from the Brazilian second division for £6 million.
No, Robbie.
Sorry?
Who did we sign him from?
Brazil.
Yeah, what club? What's the name of the club?
I don't know, you know.
Not Vasco.
No, it's a hard one. If you get it, I am impressed.
Yeah.
Who is it then?
Ituano.
Ituano. I wouldn't have got that actually.
I definitely don't even know where that there.
I just heard it other day.
It must be in Brazil, obviously, but
Yeah.
You sure that's right?
Yes, I am sure that's right.
you just hear it the other day.
No, I remembered it, but I forgot about it. Yeah, Ituano. Ituano.
He's been an incredible signing and an incredible win. And what I loved about the game, one of my favourite moments.
Yes.
At the game, you was at the game as well, Ty,
yes,
right?
Fortunately, luckily,
was when like the whole stadium was singing Vieira, whoa, Vieira, singing that at the Palace.
The Crystal Palace fans, yes.
I actually think, right, that you know they were stupid to sack him.
Of course,
before that game, at least, right? Because I think a Crystal Palace team managed by Vieira would have been more motivated to win that game than what they came in.
Absolutely.
And they had no new manager bounce at all. I mean, you know, so.
Paddy McCarthy.
I think they just tried that, thinking to themselves, "Oh, maybe that might," but they were wrong. They should have. I think Patrick Vieira. When I look at it, I mean, I know he hasn't won. He hasn't won in 12 games, right? But when you look at the games that they've had in that period, where you know they've had to play Man United, Man City, us,
you
know, Brighton are on form, Brighton are on form, Fulham, Chelsea. You know what I mean? Brentford. I mean.
But not even that, Robbie.
All the teams above them, you know, it's been a really difficult.
But also, you have to look at Palace as a team. Like, look, Vieira is doing what he can do there.
Exactly. I think they spent the least amount of money.
Exactly. Most of their players are coming to the academy
in the summer.
You know what I mean? Most of the players are coming to the academy. So
I think they should have given him till the end of the season. I don't think Palace will go down.
I don't think so.
I looked at their players yesterday. They've got a lot of quality in the team. But you know, obviously they've got to get it together quick because there's a big fight down at the bottom. But I just think that maybe Vieira, they treated him a bit harshly. I think Vieira will get another job. I really do. I think he'll get another job. But
I guarantee Vieira was happy yesterday.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was thinking.
Vieira must have been saying win-win.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Win-win.
He might have had the right spot, but I agree with you. I don't know. Listen, I don't want this to, but I don't know what they thought they were going to do when they come with no manager. Because maybe, you know, are they trying to, what is it? You know, reverse psychology. Is that what it's meant to be?
They're trying something, man. But it didn't work.
But 8 points clear.
8 points clear. And
listen, let me ask you both a question, right? Because this has been quite a controversial one, right? I said this after the game on Thursday night, right?
Yes, I heard.
I personally, right, whilst I was upset.
Everybody was.
Because I'm always upset when Arsenal lose.
Everybody is.
But then I'm, you know, walking from that game back to the studio, I was like, you know what? So what? You know what I mean? I'll go, right now, I feel Arsenal Football Club fighting only for the league is better for us. Fighting for the Europa League, and now we found out after the day after that we would have to play Juventus home and away.
Yeah, can you imagine?
And if we got through past them, probably Man United home and away.
Yes.
Do we really want that when we're trying to go for the league? I personally, I'm not upset that we're out of the Europa League. We can focus fully on the league. I don't know where you guys stand on it.
How about you first, Ty?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I am upset that we're out of it. Like, I'm upset if we win any game or we don't get the right result. But Mikel,
You're upset if we win any game?
No, upset if we don't win any game or we don't get a result.
Didn't hear the don't.
But the thing is, what Mikel's doing is amazing because he said Crystal Palace is the biggest game of our season. So, you know, he's geeing up the players more, you know what I mean?
Every game.
It's brilliant what he's
Every
doing.
next game is the biggest game of the season.
He even said it's a blessing in disguise. I think it's disappointing.
It is.
I think it's the best. I'm upset. It's a disappointment in the fact that we should have beaten Crystal Palace and we should have beaten Sporting. And that first team that started yesterday with the absence of William would have brushed Sporting aside.
But this is my thing though. This is my thing though, right? Is that yes, I feel if we'd have played our first team against Sporting, about brushing them aside, I think they're a good team by the way. But I think we beat them because you could see when we made the changes later on in the game, we bought Odegaard and we bought Partey and it was a different game, right? But the thing is, right, then now you've got to sacrifice, you're sacrificing the league. Because look at Manchester United when they played their full team against Real Betis in the first leg. What happened at the weekend? They drew 0-0 with Southampton.
Yeah, when Casemiro
dropped points.
Yes.
Then now, if you then look at this weekend, right, a lot of Man United fans, I was chatting to Flex this morning, he said to me, he goes, you know, obviously they were very fortunate to beat Fulham.
Very fortunate.
Had Fulham not have lost their heads right at the end of the game, Fulham were dominating the game for 70 minutes. And a lot of United fans were saying that United looked tired. Right, so that's what I'm saying. So when you're going for a league now, because remember United, I think United now are something like 19 points.
But they can still win the league though.
They're on for the quadruple.
19 points.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it is behind Arsenal.
Yeah, that's right.
They're still title contenders and it's definitely
But the point I'm making,
they're going to finish above Arsenal.
But the point I'm making, they're still in the FA Cup, they're still in the Europa League, and they've still got a chance of trophies, right? But the thing is, it's come out of a bit of the detriment to the league. Now we need to win. I want the league, right? I don't want nothing to be at the detriment to that league. So I have no problem with us being out of the Europa League.
I don't either, Robbie. And the reason why I said it to you as well is that we don't have the squad, and that's the honest truth.
Unfortunately,
we don't have the squad, and even next season, next season going in Champions League. We're gonna have to go to Spain. We're gonna be in the Champions League, but we have to strengthen the squad and keeping player. I really believe that keeping somebody like Kieran would be great for us.
Who did well when he came on yesterday.
We're gonna need players like that with the experience, with the quality to come in big games. We don't need and I hear people saying, "Oh, Zinchenko will be the main man, and we need an understudy for him." We don't need that. We need players that are competing for the spaces, and that's what we need.
Nuno Tavares to come back as well.
But even with Man United situation, if I was a Man United fan, I would want them to prioritize the Europa Cup now. So every competition. I know they're still in the FA Cup as well.
Their situation is different to ours, right? So for them, I get why United fans are saying, right, let's go for the FA Cup, let's go for Europa League and try and win a load of trophies, get back on the map thing. But our priorities this season is different because we've got a big chance of winning the league. Massive. That has to be the priority.
8 points clear, man. Like, what else we have to do? 10 games left. Like, we need 26. Like, if you're looking at that City won't lose any games this first season, then we need 26 points.
Wow.
That's what we need left to secure the league.
We could do that, but
that's expecting that City won't lose.
Yeah,
and I think they will lose or draw.
You can draw games as well.
Yeah, so and they will, and I think the points will be dropped. You know what I mean? But we are in a great position, and now this team have chances to recharge, rest, go again, one game at a time.
And that's the point, Robbie. Now listen, I am disappointed, but I also agree in the fact that William was injured. Now, God forbid, we could have played and beat Sporting and Bukayo gets injured. And then what do? So yeah, I am disappointed, but I can see. And
Yeah.
Mikel even
we
said
don't have the squad built for it. We don't have the squad for it yet.
No,
right?
yeah,
Hopefully next season we'll do like what Man City did, where Man City at the start of the season put together a squad to fight on two fronts, to try and win the league and the Champions League.
Yeah.
Our squad was put together at the start of the season to get into the top four and
yes,
possibly win the Europa League.
Absolutely, very good point.
So that is the difference. Who is your boohoo man of the week?
Boohoo man of the week. Listen, big up to the whole Arsenal team.
Absolutely.
Man. They had a great performance. Everybody played good. Everybody.
Superb.
You know something where we're very interested. I would like to. We're gonna have to wait to see at the end of the season though. And if Arsenal carry on with how we're playing and we do win the league, it'd be interesting to see who makes team of the season. You know.
Because Mikel won the manager of the LMA manager.
No, but I mean like the Premier League team of the season.
Okay,
right.
Saka's in team of the season.
No, definitely Saka. But what I'm trying to say, when I look at it right now, there should at least be 7.
At the moment,
at least 7 Arsenal players in there.
At the moment, team of the season, I think Ramsdale have got a shout to be in there.
Yeah.
Right. I think Ben White.
Ben White.
By the way, how he's not in the England team, I do not know.
It can't be about football.
But Ben White
Yep.
has got a shout for right back.
I
Right.
that one.
Zinchenko's left back.
Yep.
Got a shout. Gabriel and Saliba have both got a shout for centre backs.
Yep.
Thomas Partey
And
has got a shout for defensive midfielder.
Yep. And Martin
Xhaka's got a shout for it. Odegaard's got a shout for it. Right.
Martinelli and Saka.
Martinelli and Saka definitely got a
So
shout.
just Haaland alone.
Saka for me is guaranteed in that.
So just Haaland alone get in. because let's be real about it. But anyway.
I don't know. There's other players you could put. Like, I guess if you City, you'd say they'd have a shout for Grealish being in it. He's had a good season, hasn't he? They'd have a shout for maybe Ake. They'd have a shout for Rodri. You know what I mean? It's a bit, but listen, in seasons gone by, we had a shout for nobody.
Listen.
Only Saka, actually. Saka's been the only person.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for this kid. Is he going to be your
He's my boo man of the week.
Because the thing is about it, right? Well done, Bukayo. Because the thing is about it, he ain't just been good this season.
No, I know.
He was amazing last season.
Yep.
At 20 years old, this kid was carrying.
He's growing.
Him and Smith Rowe, remember?
Yeah.
Him and
He was the
Smith
go-to
Rowe
man
were the two
last season.
guys last season that carried Arsenal,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? And now he's, unfortunately Smith Rowe's had the injuries.
Unfortunately.
But Saka's been doing it again. You know what I mean? It's been amazing what this kid's been doing. Absolutely amazing.
Put some respect on the kid's name.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Starboy.
But I love the
And
fact
big up
that,
Martinelli as well.
I love the fact that what you say, right? I love the fact that what you said, because there is a lot of players that were getting there. And Martin Odegaard is a player that I really admire, right? And I saw him do a thing yesterday. I was doing a fan cam and I mentioned in it that when they did when you have a wall.
Yes.
So we set up a wall.
Yeah.
He laid down as the what they call it, the draft extruder.
Absolutely.
And I was like, he's the captain. And he's doing that role. Now you'd have thought,
You'd get somebody else to do it.
yeah, I mean, if I had a team
and you're a captain, you know.
and a man say, yo, Robbie, lie down. I said, no, man, yo, Tiger, lie down.
But you know what it is? It's because they are a team. That's
They're
what
a team, and the guy just sees himself as, he leads by example. And he's like, yo, I'm putting in the work, so I expect everybody else to do it.
And they do.
Odegaard's got to be in the team of the season. Got to be at this moment in time.
And for me, Gabriel has to be in there as well.
He has to be.
Gabriel is, I always say, Gabriel is one of my favorite players at Arsenal. Anyway. Idiot of the week.
And there's many candidates.
There's many, man. There's so many. You know, you have Mitrovic. Don't know what it is. You have De Silva. You know what I mean?
Willian.
You have Willian. Literally Willian. You know what I mean? So many. You know, you have Tottenham. You know what I mean?
Chelsea.
You know what? Back to Boohoo Man of the Week. Big up Theo Walcott as well. I mentioned this.
Theo. Let me interrupt you. Thank you for reminding me, because I was watching the highlights and I heard the Southampton singing. He's one more than you. He's one more than you. Theo Walcott. He's one more than you. In fact, Southampton fans, you're wrong. Everybody's one more than Tottenham. It's brilliant. And look at his assist.
Yeah, man. And Maitland Niles as well. Big up to them, man.
Thank you,
but yeah, they could have got it, free draw the game.
Yeah, after being free.
Real buckle jobs.
And the funny thing is, sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
Sorry. And their fans were singing, you're going down.
Yeah, they were teasing them.
They were cussing.
They were teasing. They was like, we're gonna be in the top 3.
When they were cussing, Southampton 3-1. It was funny.
Anyway, but yeah, But the idiot of the week goes to Conte.
Antonio Conte.
Even though you have exposed them, but you're just saying what we know anyway. You're telling us what we know. They're nobodies. They like what Ty says. They're nobodies. They play for nothing. They don't compete. All they play for is Hurricane to try and get golden boot every year. That's all they play for. Is to share. Is so Hurricane can go in and show.
Who do you think when he's saying that the players are selfish?
Yeah.
I wonder which players in particular he's talking about.
Yeah, can the next press conference you can?
Is he on about a Hurricane? Is he on about a Son?
Must be.
Well, he can't be. He can't be.
Who else is it?
You can't be on about Harry Kane because Harry Kane scored all their goals.
No, but he's using the word selfish,
Yeah.
and what you just said there, like Harry Kane's always breaking records.
Yeah.
Do it. Is he sort of implying that, yeah, you know, you're one of those players that you just care about your own personal records? Because this is how I was sort of picking it up. It's like he's saying, you
I have something to
guys,
say to that as well.
you're concerned about your own records, but as a team,
You don't.
are you there as a team?
They're not.
Do you have that fire in your eyes as a team? That's what he was saying.
Alright, you know the
So
last
is he
game
on
they
about
won?
somebody like a Harry Kane,
Yes.
a Son,
I believe so.
who last year got the golden boot,
Yeah.
but kind of looks like he's sulking a bit this year.
Robbie, check this. Yeah?
That's what
That's
it's intriguing to
The
me.
last game they played, they won, right?
Against Nottingham Forest.
And they were
3-1.
three. They were
3-1, and
Yeah, but
then-
they were 2 up and they had a penalty, right?
No, they were 3-1 up, and then Andre Ayew missed a injury time penalty.
No. Tottenham got a penalty in that game, while Richarlison was on the pitch.
Okay.
And
I thought it was at the previous game.
maybe the
But
previous
there's one game, yeah.
And this is a guy who they've spent 60 million. He's not scored a goal in the Premier League all season.
No.
And any goal could give him some kind of confidence. And Hurricane still took the penalty.
I was just
Don't you
wondering,
think so? You
like,
said to yourself, say, I don't know. I just see it. If I feel like right now, I honestly believe that if on the weekend we got a penalty and maybe Saka never was on a hat trick and Jesus was on that pitch, I feel like Martin Odegaard and Saka would have might have a conversation and say, let Jesus take it.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's just come back. A goal will boost his confidence.
Yes,
But I've never heard
that
a
is selfish.
manager. I've never heard a manager come out like that and just like absolutely throw every one of his players under the bus, man. He wants out.
And
He
turn up
wants
to
out.
training next
He
day.
wants to
Yeah,
be
guys.
sacked. I mean, his contract's up at the end of the
Is,
season.
is,
They're
is.
not going to renew the contract.
Is.
He's one of the highest paid managers in world football. So he's probably thinking to himself, I've had enough. I want to leave. I just had a little operation the other day. I want out of this club. Maybe if I cuss them all off, they'll just say to me, you're sacked. But they're still keeping him by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're not gonna sack him.
Imagine
but
turn up to training.
Yeah, imagine you're a player, you're turning up to training this morning.
Yeah.
What are you going to give?
All right, Gov.
Well, the thing, but is he wrong though? Is the question.
No.
He's right when he says, you know, I mean, that basically they haven't won nothing in 20 years. They ain't
No,
done
he's not.
nothing,
No,
they-
he's not. He's wrong there. I'll stop you there. He's wrong there. But he must be Antonio Dramas, you know, Nastramas, because he's looking into the future. Because in the 5 years they would have won nothing. So he's
But he's basically saying until they change up their attitude, they'll never win anything. Yeah, I mean, it's a Spurs. Yeah, I mean, people like to talk about. And I remember, right? I remember I was doing a was it here or was it on an overlap? I think it was on the overlap last year. You were there. Remember that Spurs guy?
Tottenham fan. Yeah, trying to say.
And he kept going on about. He kept going on about. Yeah, you bottle it. I said, yo, how dare you talk about bottling it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we maybe not have got into the top 4, but you are not the person to talk about bottling it as a Tottenham fan, because you always bottle it. And when you look at this season, right, and this is where I cuss Conte, because you are also involved in this, right?
Yeah.
Sheffield United are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Yes.
That is the team they lost to.
Yes.
Sheffield United, they played Conte played a weakened team.
Kane was on the bench.
Right, they lost to Sheffield United. They then got knocked out to AC Milan, one of the worst teams left in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Wow. Obviously
One of the worst teams left in the Champions League.
Trust me, they're not.
They've not been having a good season. I think they lost on the weekend as well.
Okay.
Right, that's the team they got knocked out. They've got them back at home. All they needed to do is score a goal. 0-0 draw.
Yes.
Right? You're 3-1 up away from home against the bottom side in the division. And you throw it away. You can see why, but he's responsible for it as well, because he always has them playing this dead football, man. This like he does. He's like, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach. If I'm playing an Antonio Conte team, I already know he's 3 at the back. 3 come 5 at the back, innit?
Yeah.
You already know it's going to be quite negative, and they're going to try and catch you on the counter with, you know, Son, Kane, and those guys. You already know he does it every single game. He's dead, they're dead, and yeah, you're right. Idiot of the week, man.
But then don't forget.
But you know what? Long live them, innit? Let them keep
Long
on
live them. Let them continue.
Continue as is.
Let them continue. Right, Grace.
But don't
Grace
forget,
of disgrace.
they beat Man City.
Hold on, before you get in that.
Yeah.
Big up also Leon Edwards. You mean? Winning in the UFC.
Leon Edwards, yes.
What
Yeah, man, give man
Yes.
some kick, you see, man.
Yeah, Kelechi, what? I told you.
Yo, the man
I told you, that's your boy, innit?
Yeah.
He beat
Usman.
I like Usman.
Nah,
He
man.
beat Usman,
Leon,
man.
you're a disgrace. No.
No, rice and peas, jollof rice.
Well done, Leon.
Jamaica 1,
Yeah.
Well done,
Nigeria
Leon.
0.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Jamaica 2, Nigeria 1.
Was
Because they've had 3 fights
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah.
He won the first one.
Yep.
Edwards won the second. Edwards won again.
well done, Leon. I like Usman. Look at Usman.
But big up to Edwards. Yeah, big up
Absolutely.
Edwards,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So
Anyway,
grace or disgrace, yeah?
Grace or disgrace? Which one is it?
It would have been a
Getting
disgrace.
4-1, have you?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a brilliant grace one.
Go on.
I would have got a disgrace, but I would say a bit. I wouldn't say grace, but the disgrace one is the disgrace that's got banned. The man that's got banned. Won't even say his name.
Oh, yeah.
From football grounds for racially abusing Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
So he would have got disgrace of the week, but grace of the week has got to go to David Brooks, who made his first appearance for Bournemouth. I don't know how many
Yeah, that
days
was nice.
out with
Yeah, he's had cancer.
Absolutely.
I think he missed a couple of seasons.
Absolutely. I mean,
And he
so
was a
many
great
games.
player before he got that cancer
Brilliant.
diagnosis as well.
And what was great as well is that Aston Villa fans and the Bournemouth fans both gave him a standing ovation, and it's
Yeah.
brilliant, and it shows what can be done if you believe. So well done to David Brooks, and well done to Aston Villa and Bournemouth fans for giving him a thing.
Well done, and well done to you for bigging up Aston Villa fans. You know what I mean? After you called them nobodies the other day, if you think that's going to get you off the hook, it's not.
What do you mean? Guys, smart, you know.
The Villa fans are still coming for you. You know what I mean?
Yo, season coming to an end. Soon be next season.
You're a troublemaker.
They're still coming for you. Don't worry about
You're a
it.
troublemaker, you know.
Anyway, right? Anyway, listen, thanks very much for watching the show. Don't forget, you can get extra 10% off of all Boohoo Man wear. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Use the code AFTV10 to get extra 10% off. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Yardi.
Thank you,
We'll be back
Robbie.
next week. Of course, it's an international break now.
Yes, it is.
So no game this coming weekend. But when we resume, Arsenal start 8 points clear.
Yes, and also, sorry, Robbie. Also, I want to say good luck to all our teams and good luck to our ladies, our women, because we have Tottenham Hotspur on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'll let everyone into a secret. It's the day after my birthday on Saturday.
Day after birthday?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So hopefully we'll win.
We're not buying you nothing, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching.
Drop it
Thank
on.
you, peace.